Today we're gonna solve equations involving absolute value. All right, we've been solving equations with variables on one side or both sides. Today they involve absolute value. Absolute value, just a refresher, is the distance that number is from zero. So the absolute value of 5 is 5 because it's 5 places away from zero on a number line. The absolute value of negative 5 is 5 as well because distance can't be negative. Right? That's absolute value. Does everybody understand absolute value? So when you see absolute value, really what you do is you get rid of the negative sign. Okay? We have a problem like this. Evaluate the absolute value of m plus 6 minus 14, and it says m is 4. So first thing I do is replace m with 4. So I have 4 plus 6 minus 14. What is 4 plus 6? 10. What's the absolute value of 10? 10 minus 14 is negative 4. All right, that's all I do. Here is 23 minus the absolute value of 3 minus 4x, and x equals 2. First thing you do is replace x with 2. So I do that. What is 4 times 2? 8. So I have 3 minus 8. What is 3 minus 8?
5.
Okay, it's not 5, it's negative 5. What is the absolute value of negative 5? 5. Now, because this sign right here was outside the absolute value, it's not included. So I drop it straight down. What's 23 minus 5? Positive 18. Easy enough, right? All right, we're going to actually solve equations. Before, we were just solving expressions. Now we're going to solve an equation. To do that, you have to look at it in two different ways. Case 1 is when the expression inside the absolute value symbol is positive or 0. So the first time you look at it, you're going to have to look at it twice. You're going to have to look at it in the first time and say everything in there is positive. Then you have to re-look at it. You have to take another look at it. And for case 2, you have to say that the expression inside the absolute value symbol is negative. Here's an example. D, the absolute value of D is 10. So case 1 would say D is what?
10. Oh, negative 10. Positive.
D is positive, right? So I'm going to say D is positive 10. Case 2, D is what? Negative 10. With both of those cases, make this a true statement. What's the absolute value of 10? 10. So case 1 works. What's the absolute value of negative 10?
10.
What's the absolute value of negative 10?
10.
10. So does case 2 make this a true statement?
No.
Try it again. What's the absolute value of negative 10?
10.
So does case 2 make this a true statement?
Yes.
Yes. So when we're working with absolute value, we're going to have two answers. That's why we have to look at it twice. All right? Okay, write this then. All right, you're going to solve. This is solving the equation. This is what it's going to look like. This is what your homework's going to look like. It says the absolute value of f plus 5 equals 17. So what this is saying, okay, when you add 5 to f, it is 17 spaces away from 0 on a number line. All right? So what we're trying to find is, what does f mean? How far is f away from 0 on a number line? So we do case 1. Case 1 is where f is positive, right? So I just rewrite what's in there. F plus 5 is equal to 17. How do I solve this? What do I figure out what f is?
17 minus 5.
Okay, I get rid of what's being done to f. What's being done to f? Right now I'm adding 5, right?
Yeah.
So I subtract 5. I do the opposite. What is f? 12. 17 minus 5 is 12, right? So on a number line, if that's 0, f is 12, or it's going to be another number, because either one's going to make this a true statement. Case 2, I assume f is what? Negative. So f plus 5 is equal to negative 17. So then I solve for f. What would I do? Subtract 5 to both sides. What is negative 17 minus 5?
22.
Negative 22. Good.
Wow.
So f, and I put this number line just so you can see, f could be either negative 22 or 12. Because if I add 5 to 12, how far is that away from 0 on a number line? 17. If I add 5 to negative 22, how far away is that on a number line? 17, right? Distance can't be negative, so it's got to be positive 17. See how that works? Okay. Either one of these numbers makes this a true statement. How do I know which one's which? No, like, is it just 12? Is it just negative 22? Can I tell?
No.
No, because both of them make this a true statement, right? So that's why it's both answers. It can't be just one. Everybody get that? All right. All right, write this down. All right, you're given y plus 2 is equal to 4. We need to figure out what y is, and when you add 2 to it, you get the absolute value of 4. So, case 1 is where it's positive, so I just rewrite what I've got. Y plus 2 equals 4. Okay, I undo what's being done to y, which is adding 2, so I subtract 2. Y has to be 2. And does this make this a true statement? What's the absolute value of 2 plus 2? 4. Right? So now I do case 2. Case 2 is where it's negative. So I rewrite it, but I make 4 negative. Okay, I subtract 2 to both sides. Y equals negative 6. There's my two answers. And what I want to do is I want to look to see if this is right. If I add 2 to 2, what do I get?
4.
How far away is 4 on a number line from 0? 4. If I add 2 to negative 6, what do I get? Negative 4. What's the absolute value of negative 4? So are both these true statements? Yes. So there's my answer. 2 and negative 6. All right, you guys work this one. All right, now I told you to work it out. Okay, I'm not going to come by and check it because here's why. You all got it wrong. Yeah, I'm sorry, I know. Did that on purpose. Hey, here's why. Here's why you all got it wrong. How can you get an absolute value of negative 3?
Positive.
You can't. Absolute value always gives you a what answer? A positive answer. So how in the world, when you subtract 1 from b and take the absolute value of it, you get negative 3? Can you do that? No, that's why the answer to this is empty set. It doesn't matter what you plug in for b, you'll never get the right answer. Because think about it, if I tried to put this on a number line, and it's saying the distance from 0 is negative 3, but distance can't be negative, how does that work?
It doesn't.
It doesn't work. Here's your homework.